Hello, and... Focus, Sherry. Hello, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Chapter One, here with my sibling, Waltz.
Hello.
And we are, of course, joined by John.
Hello, John.
A manor all to ourselves. Can you believe it, Sherry? I have so many ideas.
Focus, John.
Focus, John. Focus. We were given a letter by Vogel
Yes.
asking us to come to Kurt Mancio's mansion on Turquoise Lane across from Cordona Abbey in northern Grand Surrey, and to dress in the Prince of Darkness robes.
Oh, and a mask, right?
And a mask. This mask in particular. A normal mask for normal people.
Very normal.
And I see no reason that we should not come dressed like this out in the open.
Yeah, definitely not. What are you talking about?
Very normal thing to do.
Very normal. Incredibly normal.
Tell Mycroft, our brother, that we are perfectly fine.
We're handling this fine.
I just like the idea of Sherlock running around in this outfit, not getting dressed like when he gets near it. He goes through town like this.
He goes through the whole town. He gets like on a trebuchet.
Trebuchet?
That's not trebuchet.
That's a rickshaw.
He gets on a rickshaw.
I mean, he could get on a trebuchet and launch himself.
Whee! Yeah, I knew that was the wrong word when I said it. And I was like, that's not right.
John giving you ideas again, Mots?
Who giving me ideas?
John.
John is giving me ideas.
Mansion on the... across from the Abbey, so... it's probably that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mansion.
Probably that very bright white.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely this mansion.
We're definitely not part of a cult.
Why did we get the worst mask?
I don't know. He just wanted us to look like the puppet from FNAF.
No, like...
Yeah, those guys have a cool mask.
Yeah, they got cool masks. We have, like, discount FNAF puppet.
Yes.
Hello, fellow weirdos.
Hello, fellow weirdos.
Are wearing the same masks. Okay, most of them are wearing the same masks. Oh, the butlers are also wearing masks.
Yeah, they are. You didn't notice they
I
were
didn't.
all wearing this gold
hope you
plate.
enjoy yourself.
I don't like the way he said that. Like, I feel like
We're going into a case called Sacrificial Lamb.
dressed like cultists.
Dressed like cultists, and he's all like, I hope you enjoy yourself. Somebody's getting, like, murdered and eaten. It might be us. We're the only one with the weird mask.
Yes.
I was so sure there was going to be a cutscene.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a cutscene too. Ah, well. Oh my gosh,
no.
you okay?
Sherlock does not want to be.
Stop shaking, Sherlock. It's going to be okay.
John.
I think we deserve a rest.
I think we do too. Let's leave.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
Interesting choice of words. Is that a blood fountain? That
No.
man is playing the piano while blindfolded.
It's a wine fountain.
Oh, it's a wine fountain!
And yes, playing piano blindfolded is one of those like, oh, I'm so fancy I can do it without seeing.
That's cool. I like it. Think that's Vogel, maybe? Up there?
Maybe.
Kinda hard to tell, everyone's wearing a mask.
Yes. That might also be the owner of the mansion.
Oh, you know what would be very funny, though? We meet Vogel, he's
What
got
if
the
I write
mask
an
on.
article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
Sir!
Yes.
I love that. It'd be very funny if we find Vogel, and he, like, has his mask on, but he's wearing glasses over the mask.
Yes. He's wearing the mask and glasses.
My goodness, Sherlock. They made a blood fountain.
It's
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine.
Yeah.
Go it, I guess. The wine vapours from here will be enough to get me tipsy. I hope.
I'd like to say, like, John and Sherry just literally did what we just did.
Mysterious aristocrat.
Sponsors an orphanage. Kind of even more crazy that he's able to tell these things from men and women wearing masks.
Occultist. You don't say.
There's just an occultist here, in this clear cult.
Trains for bullfighting.
Interesting.
Where are we to find a scoop, John?
Oh, I heard the finale will be splendid. Do not distract me. It's not easy to play blindfolded.
You got this, man. You're doing great.
know what was here before Manchio's family bought it.
The families. The eerie history of the mansion.
Not option. Wow, that's off.
Okay. It was like family, ancestry,
You know what was here before Manchio.
Yeah.
something with occults. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Was it a cult or
That's-
Oh. Not wine.
Not
Not
option.
auction.
Mysterious disappearance? Yes. No.
Not fraud. Magic circle.
Haha!
Before Manchio's family, the mansion was owned by an occultist architect. He dedicated his life to conducting a powerful ritual from the Forgotten Tome. Just the Forgotten Tome.
Just the Forgotten Tome.
But the ordinary magic circles proved too weak for it. That is why he built this mansion. A keen eye might notice that its shapes correspond with certain magical symbols, and some walls have cavities. One day, the architect simply disappeared. An ash stain on the floor was all that remained. Perhaps he was successful in his endeavor.
That's what I like about this party. Bring me more dirt, Sherry.
Okay,
One more piece, and I can expose these base hedonists.
he wants us to eavesdrop on people.
Looks like it. Have I mentioned how I don't like he's like echoey now? Quite concerning.
Yeah, it's definitely of high concern. Okay, so there's a couple, like, side rooms here.
We could check them out, I think. John!
John. Not John's busy.
John's very busy.
Manchio's had to enforce the masks after the scandal.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The identity disclosure scandal.
Too poor to it? No.
No. I don't think so. Cheating groom.
Oh?
No.
No.
The cheating groom. Cheating groom, John.
Manchio's had to enforce the masks.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Political crisis.
Ah. Offended Duchess? No. No. Cheating.
We missed one.
Shit.
Okay.
Fuck.
Manchio's had to enforce.
No.
Fired after incident.
There you go.
People described a scandal from a previous party. Vice Governor Cowden was found by his wife-to-be, a Prussian duchess, in the company of young men.
Scandalous.
Such scandal. Although the marriage was intended to be a political one, the emotions of the duchess were real. The incident instigated a political crisis between Cordona and Prussia. Although there were only a few notes of protest, the governor fired his protege.
Why'd he fire
I'll
his
pin them
protege?
down, Biscoop. Thank you, Sherlock.
I assume protege leaked the knowledge to his fiance, but we got an actual article written by John now.
I love that John loves to write.
Do you want to read it, or should I?
Go for it.
Have you noticed that pigs are always somewhere to be found around filth? Same can be said about certain members of Cordona's elite found at the Mancio's mansion. The cream of society has a thirst for lust, dirt, and nefarious deeds. Perverse, corrupt officials prefer to solve political issues behind the velour curtains. Cowden, the vice-governor, for example. His political marriage collapsed. International affairs with Prussia. Where do you suppose this took place? At the party of Kurt Mercutio's. Not to mention that this puddle of waste is being nurtured in a mansion that once belonged to a crazed architect. A place where every shape and edge has a cult meaning. Cordona's elite feels safe and fine there, to be sure. This is a short summary of a single evening, but I am sure there is more to uncover. However, my hard work won't affect the run of my newspaper. John, the journalist.
John the journalist.
Titled
John,
Wallowing in Mud with Cordona's Elite by John.
John, I'd love to read your newspaper.
John, please have your newspaper delivered to the manor. John, who let you back there?
Look, I'm an outlaw.
You sure are, John.
He sure is.
John is too powerful. Velvet ropes cannot contain him, as they do everyone else.
Yes.
I may have wandered over to where Vogel is.
Perhaps.
Sherlock! Friend! I wasn't sure you'd come.
He sadly does not have glasses.
I
over
was
his
hoping
face.
he would be wearing glasses over the mask.
Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
You may be right.
You are
Free
completely
yourself from
right.
inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. A time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, and something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
No trust.
Reckless or pointless?
I would lean in this direction of reckless. Where would you lean?
I would be leaning on reckless too.
Okay.
My mind is my most valuable asset and a finely tuned instrument I will not
Exactly.
risk impeding its function. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved?
I suppose
Do
we
you
did
ever
forget
see
about
what
the
happened
newspaper.
next?
Ah,
Visit
sure.
the victims? Ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
I'd rather take it for study.
Can I study it?
Sherlock,
What's
I
in
think
this
you're
shit?
you're missing the point. Sherlock does a thorough chemical analysis.
Wow, this is absinthe!
Won't need it or take it for study.
I mean, I think... Well, okay. Is take it for study like the chemical analysis thing? Because that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, Part of me is now kind of worried that it would be Sherlock
Drink
like,
it.
I'll take a sip.
Go with your gut.
Let's go, I won't need it.
I am perfectly capable of coping with myself without medical assistance.
Then I shall press you on it no further. But please do not refuse my gift. Take it with you as a souvenir of this special night.
Souvenir of what, exactly? But, all right, if only to put the matter to bed.
And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
Vogel, I'm just saying. He's gonna be dead, isn't he?
Probably.
Let Fabio speak for himself.
Okay, I'll go talk to Fabio. I just want everyone to know that if Fabio is dead, I didn't do it. Hello, John, what are you doing?
What you doing, John?
One of these books must open a secret passage. I know it.
Oh, hey, there's a book.
Well-known and recent plays to keep up to date with the current trends.
Interesting. I don't think there's any secret.
I'm not sure about these, the secret passage there, John.
Romantic poetry and prose. Someone's in touch with their feelings.
Ooh.
Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower?
I think this might be the altar room. Might be.
I think there might be one book on the bookshelf you didn't catch.
Oh, really? Which one?
Curtains do
The
not
one that had
guarantee
more
privacy.
things in it.
And you still need a crack, despite being ethereal.
I'm coming, Sherry. Just give me another second.
Okay, so
That one. Right there.
ah,
These medieval botany and chemistry books look even more satanic than the occult ones.
okay. I think this will be the only path that we haven't explored then.
I think so. That's concerning. Yep. That's
Yep,
dead, man.
Gosh darn it.
My God. Was he here this whole time?
Was who here?
Well, presumably
That's
Fabio,
Fabio.
but I think he's just remarking that there's been a body here the whole time.
Yeah. What you got to say there, John?
Oh, these crime scenes always outdo my imagination.
I love that this is just like fake. You know.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fake scenery here.
Is this a fake corpse by chance?
I hope so.
Are you dead? Should we check him?
I
Are
mean,
you breathing?
I would sure hope that Vogel didn't
blunt
just
force
go,
trauma
hey, there's a
may have
dead
sucked an
body
internal
on an
hemorrhage.
altar.
He definitely appears to be dead.
The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. This golden handle has a bloodstain on it.
It's the dragon face reminds me of the blue dragon from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart. This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood. This crude tattoo partially covers a slave branding.
Concerning.
Yes.
The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it.
So he died
Right here.
here.
Yeah. That's ominous.
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony. This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger.
Vogel, this is still murder.
Yeah.
This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive. The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
Oh. Hi, Vogel.
Vogel, hey, what's... He couldn't be long without, like, his fucking glasses.
Yeah.
I believe there might be a blood stain on the doorway.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, I'm already in this room, so...
Yeah.
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
Someone was here recently, though.
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
Excellent question.
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
Interesting. Got a bloody bottle of wine,
Blood.
too.
A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, hey, John.
What about a quick pillow fight?
Not now, John. Ooh. Dressing room.
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it. Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain.
Mots, I'm deeply concerned.
Yeah, fair. I'm concerned too.
Identical to the robes the guests are wearing.
Interesting. Someone did this and then changed, presumably.
Yeah. Okay. Mencius note. Don't ignore the guests'
Matista?
and stop boring them. They don't want to hear about your stupidities, they want to feel how beautiful they are, and how generous you can be towards them. You're here to please and celebrate life. Remember, each guest paid a great deal to be with you. Mencius.
Not
How
a fan
can
of that.
anyone accept such behaviour?
Now,
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal. This is a different ritual.
I found a scenario of some sort of ritual with a remark written in the beginning. It says, read and rehearse this rite,
Mencius.
Thank you, Mantios. The naked woman lies on the altar of a bed of flowers, symbolizing Mother Gaia, and the one who leads the ritual oils the body of the woman to awaken her inner fertility. Participants should chant at this moment and call for the man who can please Mother Gaia, and then the man will impersonate the principle of life and may come to engage in sexual congress with her. None of that is what happened.
I do believe that might have been the intention, and then she may have stabbed a dude.
Perhaps.
Which I'd like to say, I can't
May have
blame
had
her.
it coming.
Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set.
especially if this Matista
Yeah.
was supposed to be the Mother Gaia figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Fabio.
Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio. Manchos.
Interesting.
Key.
There's a key here.
The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio. The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Would you recognize me in one of these? I suppose not.
Vogel was wearing that mask.
Yeah.
But there do appear to be copies of the masks, so...
Similar to the guests' robes. Apart from the bloodstains.
It's obviously someone, washed
cleaned
up,
yeah.
changed, and went back into mingle.
Sir!
John.
Sir, there's a dead body!
This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
And
The sign
Mars.
reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
So John was on one of these.
Oh,
here.
that's not what he was doing. I need to talk to Vogel. Oh yeah, there's a bloodstain on, I'm pretty sure on, the doorway back that way.
Which doorway?
Going to your left,
Here?
I'm 90% sure, yes. It's on the door.
It's on the door.
Right there.
Oh. Yeah, there is.
We're not gonna mention that?
That's normal blood.
Just normal blood. Maybe it's one of those things you can observe, but it's not a clue.
Yeah. So Vogel.
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder.
Yeah.
I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts, but I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Mantios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner.
I'm amused over the idea that Vogel walked over to Mantios and was just like, hey, somebody murdered Fabio?
Yeah.
And Mantios like, oh dear, it's okay, I'll get the servants, we'll get a shovel. And he's no, I know a detective.
I know a detective.
He's a good one.
He's a good one. I'll get him.
Get me a mask and a robe. I'll get him down here.
I'm gonna just choose to believe that Werner wants to hang around like Sherlock more.
100%.
He thinks he's cute if he's not actually the villain.
What is it about these
I mean,
nights
also
that
they
you are
don't
so eager
need to be mutually
share with me?
exclusive, but
Well, they're
Yeah.
not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe and consensual atmosphere, often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
I suppose that's fair. What about today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures. A scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary, it
Yeah.
was still
Yeah.
spectacle, stimulation, and release, merely in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death.
I'd like to say, now see, the thing is, that'd be fine if it was consensual, but we just saw a note that says, no, it likely wasn't.
Yeah.
You know? Or at least, for at least one person there, it was not.
Or at the very least was not, like, immediately consensual. Like, it's possible that it's possible because there are a lot of like people here in like sexy like costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
That they might be like, oh no, I like, like as in like Mantios.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I invited an entire brothel over.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea where to start.
There's a lot. It's a lot. Police?
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things.
That's
But we
fair.
didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
He's not wrong.
Vogel, we're gonna have strong words after this.
Mr. Mantios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Mantios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
Okay, on to business. Corpse?
Dead guy?
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Huh. Who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Mantios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
Interesting.
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
Okay.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil. Not this travesty that seems straight out the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks
color is
start
painted
of our
on.
festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
Okay, that confirms that they were both sex workers.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it sounds like Fabio was also a sex worker, but that basically just nails it in the coffin. Yeah, that's the case.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a We've got something to look at in the... it's probably the blood.
Oh, that would explain it.
Oh no, who would have thought there's bloody handprints? It's not like
person
Waltz
leaned
knows
against the
this
doorframe.
immediately.
They left a smudged trail of blood.
Ooh, more blood.
The wounded person was here for some time. A bloody handprint on an armchair. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Okay, now Sherry, definitely do not lay on this floor.
Please don't. Don't do it. Sir! Okay.
Sherlock, why? I
Vogel's just like, you okay?
I suppose you are in like a full robe there,
I
but
guess,
still.
but still.
No.
Choked? Definitely doesn't appear to be what happened.
We know he was stabbed.
Like, I'd like to say he does have like an abrasion.
Yeah.
So he probably
But
was
the wine
hit on
bottle's
head.
over here, though.
Yeah.
This is where he was bonked. He definitely wasn't stabbed.
No, he wasn't stabbed here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, it's definitely a bubble. Okay, that could
Him
explain
crawling away, yeah. No.
The guy didn't have any blood on him at the time, so it would have to have been the crawl. Okay, that could be him preparing, but there's blood in the sink, so I kind of doubt it. Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely this guy. Or girl. We don't
Yeah,
know.
the person. No. Don't think he had the bloody thing. It was the person.
Yeah.
The unknown.
The killer.
The killer.
Oh,
Hey.
and there's a thing over here.
Interesting. Oh, right. Someone would have had to have barred the door.
Yeah.
Key in the lock.
Oh, but was it him or the perp? I'm gonna assume the perp to start with.
I think it actually was Fabio.
You think it was Fabio?
Because the key had an F on it.
True.
So I think it was supposed to be a practice, and then it went very wrong.
I mean, I suppose we don't know how many keys were made.
That is true.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
Alright, do you want to switch that to
Concentrate.
the other perp?
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. Okay, try that.
You're not even trying.
No.
Okay, no.
Something
Concentrate.
else.
Oh, John, shut up. You get it wrong enough times, John yells at you.
Yeah.
Did we have that wrong?
Yeah, we had him crawling, but I mean, if he got bludgeoned, he probably would be unconscious.
Oh, that's a good point. Try this now, and then, of course, if it doesn't work, try the other key thing.
The bottle
There we
was
go.
used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
Okay, I'd actually like to point out something that might be of interest here. It's possible that someone is trying to frame this on Batista.
Entirely possible.
Because, like, we know that she's the one that's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Unless would be the immediate
Suspect.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Murder at key.
Yeah.
Guild and ritual murder.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, hey.
Oh. Guild and ritual murder. Ritual was a cover.
Interesting.
I think the ritual was cover, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
And those two aren't connected. So now we've got a question about the key and about his murder directly.
Interesting.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
Okay. Now I can provide some evidence.
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Mantios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Oh, heaven forbid we disturb the revelry.
I know you can untangle this mess.
Okay. Quite the tangled mess we find ourselves in now, John.
Yup.
We also do have... Alright, so... We also do have, to stop soon. Do you want to take a look around for this song?
Well, he's entertaining guests. He's got star, like...
Yeah.
He's got a star mask on. Like that guy.
No. I don't see him. Wait. No.
No.
But we can tell that they're a tax evader.
We know these things.
Honestly, I have no idea where he might be.
Mask Golden Stars is nervous.
Mask Golden Stars is nervous.
Oh.
Oh.
You see that guy? Can you get a little closer to him?
Flat Earther.
Flat Earther!
Alright, so which guy am I getting closer to?
That guy. Can
That
you
guy?
just one more time let me see his mask? I mean, it's got stars on
Yeah,
it.
but a couple of them have that.
Okay.
But we're
fair.
looking for someone that's nervous. Says exorcism. Plays cricket. Okay. Well,
You want to save this for next
yeah,
time?
well, either way, we'll have to deal with this next time. Oh, boy. Is this just like the party or what?
Quite
Oh
the part.
boy, it is sure one of the most parties. Hey, I hope you enjoyed. We will have to come back to resolving possible ritual murder at Cordona's elite, as John put it. Next time.
See ya.
Yeah, I feel you, Sherry.
Exactly! Exactly that emotion, Sherlock.